there's been a wide receiver or two that's been doing their thing in practice, man. There's been a few of them, but we're gonna get to Chris Moore and Kyle Phillips because man, people had a lot to say about Chris Moore coming in, and me myself, I had some things to say as well. I can't sit up and act like I'm innocent, but pretty much, man, the dude has came in the camp, man. He been putting in work. He been putting up, some nice days in practice, man. And I just think back to when we first signed him or whatnot, and you know where he came from. He came from the Texans, so the whole fan base was like, "Oh, here goes Vrabel signing more Texan player. Who is this guy?" Like he's not a number one, number two wide receiver, and once they did what they did in the draft, man. I mean, shoot, man, that just set the fan base off. I mean, all anybody could think about was, man, this dude is about to be our number two wide receiver. We can't have him out there as our number two wide receiver. And how things are going right now, honest to God, true. I mean, he may be able to, do some number two work, in spot duties or whatever, man. But what y'all think about that, man?
I'll start off with this, man. I ain't gonna lie. For what I've heard from all the players and what I've seen, did y'all saw that one-handed catch he made? Right? He looked like I thought it was a video of AJ Brown. Looking at
bro. I was like, who's 11?
Yeah, the man made a one-handed. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I like these Ram pickups, man. There hasn't been a bad run. I mean, these pickups Ram been getting, man. I've just been hearing all over training camp. I'm like, yeah, Aziz, Arden Key, run skill. I'm like, man, these boys out here doing something, man. Like, it feels nice to have a GM know what he's doing. But as for Moore, man, I hope he provides a deep threat for us because I've seen he's a deep ball ability on the Texans. So, you know what I'm saying? It can hopefully open up Burks and DeAndre Hopkins and with the intermediate routes that they like to run. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I definitely I'm excited about it because like we talked about because we didn't know what it was going to be. We definitely wasn't excited about him being number two, but we didn't truly know what to expect and what was coming. So, and it being Rand's first year is hard to trust. But as we starting to see each step along the way as this year continues to go on, that there's a lot of trust that at least I'm having in confidence within Rand and everything he does. He truly knows the game. He truly knows how to find players that want to play and play with a chip on their shoulder too. That's even better. So that just comes in and adopts our mentality. It cracks me up how these damn Texans fans want to cry about everything with these Titans, bro. Another Texans player going to the Titans. Titans stealing another. How about another Texans player just ready to get away from the damn Texans? How about that? How about y'all figure out why y'all keep being the bridesmaid and never the bride? All right, how about y'all figure that out for a second for us? Because I'm tired of hearing this. Oh, we took this and that. We ain't take nothing. The Oilers is ours, and we're getting players just like every other team gets players. So that's just what it is.
Clip that.
Them boy haters. They hate us. The third Texas, man, don't even get me started on the wannabe Oilers, man. It's two different franchises. You created that franchise. Y'all should have brought y'all asses from Houston and brought your ass over to Tennessee. Because the franchise that you grew up and you love is out here in Nashville. And you see how big we doing things out here, man. We got there's a bunch of Titan fans out there in Houston. Why come you can't do them?
Man, they got triggered and created a whole franchise, man. Come on,
they went. I've never said, "Oh, I like something," and then they leave, and then I'm like, "Nah, man, forget them." That's not me. I'll never do that. If the Titans go to New York tomorrow, bro, I'm gonna still be a Titans fan. Like,
bro, it's like, why does people can only play that card with the Titans and the Oilers, bro? Like, okay, if that's the case, then why don't the Colts give back their logo and everything to Baltimore? You know what I'm saying? Because that's where they started at, right? So, like, if that's going to be the mentality of things, there's a bunch of teams that should be giving their names back to a bunch of other places. So, bro, the ownership is what dictates it, not the city, because a bunch of teams have moved around. I mean, look, the LA Rams, wasn't they in St. Louis? Then they moved back to LA, but they kept the Rams the whole time. Like, bro, that's just the history with the franchise. It's not the city.
Nah, I ain't seen a Baltimore Raven fan cry about the Colts new uniforms that they came out with.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the difference? It's the same thing, is it not? It's not the same thing. And then I look at it like this though, like I just don't understand it with their fan base. Like, it just, to me at this point, it just seems like they're not happy with their own fan base. Like, I mean, their own franchise, bro. There's
Cause
no
they
way
made
they
it
can
out
be
of
saying
spite.
about what we doing.
I mean, shit, they made it out of spite, man. They got so triggered that they went spent a massive amount of money just to get back at the Titans. This team don't even care about winning. I mean, how much fussing do they do about how they suck? I mean, they don't do any fussing about, their upper management or any of that. All they do is sit up and cry about, man, them our uniforms. You're taking our Houston culture. I mean, come on, y'all, man. I want to play
The
this
biggest
clip of
crybabies in the league.
Right,
Bruh.
man. I want to play this clip of Chris Moore, though, man, because, I mean, he talking
Yeah.
about something that's way more important than the damn Texans right now. He's actually talking about the importance of knowing how to play all three wide receiver positions.
It's something I've been doing my whole career, so it's just another day in the office for me. I feel like I pick up offenses real well. I don't know. I've had a ton of offensive coordinators in my career, so I just go out there and study and try to learn everything I can.
Do you feel like you were able to play, fast right away and not have to think as much?
Definitely. Just like I said, because I studied hard. I studied the whole concept. I try to learn everybody's job, everybody's position. And like you said, it allows you to play faster. When you don't have to think, that's his game. I try to tell young guys that, like, if you can go out there and not think and just play full speed, you can be out there.
And then what about getting opportunities as a gunner, on special teams? That's something that you chair. I believe you did that in Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
Too, right?
I mean, I always tell people that's how I made my career in the NFL. Special teams and playing gunner. So if they have me out there, I'm going to be out there running because I love it. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Nah, yeah, Verbal love his special team guys, man. But I think him being able to, play all three wide receiver positions, I mean, that right there is an added plus, man, because, with this team, man, although we don't pass the ball a ton, I mean, we've had a ton of injuries when it comes to the wide receiver position, and just having a guy out there that's been, productive, but yet hasn't had a real chance to show what he's got. And, with him knowing all those positions, man, I mean, yeah, man. I mean, I feel like he's going to surprise some people this year.
But and looking at it too, like just to add on to your point there, he was like he can play any position at wide receiver. So can Burks and so can D Hop. Like, can you imagine them three on the field and you can constantly move them around at X, Y, F, Z, constantly move them around and plug and play positions. So if somebody's like, oh, well, I'm shutting down this side because D Hop's always there, well, we can move around. Like you're going to have to move around. You just can't zone one side for a player. They're going to be able to plug and play in every position.